In the name of Allah, the Beneficent and the Merciful. Hello everybody, how are you doing? We're doing great by the mercy and grace of Almighty Allah. My name's NA Saqib. I'm your Usman IELTS trainer. Additionally, been also teaching the students of spoken English for the last 20 years at the platform of Genius Institute, Lahore. Dear friends, today I've decided to inform you about IELTS Writing Task 2. I was just looking forward to giving you an overview, a general understanding, or a basic introduction of academic writing part 2. So let's get started. As it is in your notice that IELTS Writing Task 2 is the second of the 2 writing tasks of the IELTS. Even though Task 1 is by no means simple or easy, but most students find IELTS Writing Task 2 more challenging. Okay, there are certain reasons. We'll talk about those reasons later on. Here, in IELTS Writing Task 2, actually, you have got to write down 5 formal paragraphs. Yes, it involves composing a formal 5-paragraph essay in 40 minutes. The time distribution is generally this, that you got 60 minutes altogether, and it is generally recommended that the students should spend 20 minutes to part 1 or task 1 and 40 minutes to task 2. Okay. Now, the question arises, why spend more time on IELTS Writing Task 2? That's the important question. The answer to this can be given in 3 basic reasons. The reason number 1 is, there is a more percentage of IELTS Writing Task 2. For example, Task 2 counts more towards your writing band score, or the task 1 actually, if it is 1/3 of your score, that is 33%, task 2 carries 2/3 of your score, and that's 66%. So the percentage shows that task 2 is more important and it's heavier as far as band scores are concerned. So that's why we have to give more time to task 2. Number 2 reason is word count minimums. What does it mean? The task 2 is longer, whereas task 1 is shorter. Task 1 actually consists of 150 words minimums. These are the minimum words. You can write even more than that. 160, 170, 180, around, no problem. But 150 is the minimum limit. And task 2 actually consists of 250 words, the minimum. Once again, they are the minimum words. You're not bound to write just 250 words. You can write even more than that. 260, 270, 280, or maybe 290 and 300. But it depends on the size of your writing. Okay? Third reason is still there, which makes it even more important, the part 2 of the task 2. Task 2 questions require more thought. You know that it's introduction. There are 2 or 3 body paragraphs, and then there is a conclusion paragraph. In introduction, you got to write down something about a general sentence, then about a paraphrasing of the question, topic question, and then about its thesis sentence, and then body paragraphs, and then about conclusion. So it requires more thought. It's very thought-provoking, and it's a bit abstract in nature. In task 1, there is a transfer of information actually. You are given a pictorial representation. You're given a graph, chart, table, or a diagram, and you have to transfer the information while describing the picture. Or there's a transfer of information from a visual in writing Whereas in task 2, the test taker has to answer an open, an abstract question with no clear or correct answer. He has to do everything by himself. He doesn't have any pictorial representation, so it's more thought-provoking naturally. Now, there are two kinds of tests, paper-based IELTS and computer-delivered IELTS. So, PB IELTS or versus CD IELTS. Although the computer-delivered IELTS is becoming more widely available now in most of the centers, like British Council, AEO, IDP, all these centers are offering computer-based tests. But at the same time, we've seen majority of the test takers wish to appear in paper-based IELTS. So, majority of the test takers still take the IELTS on good old-fashioned paper. If it is so, the students who are appearing in paper-based IELTS, they must be expert in, or they must have a lot of practice of doing handwritten, essay writing practice. So if your IELTS is paper and pencil based, your responses will be handwritten naturally. In that case, it is essential. Now, what is essential? That you handwrite your practice essays for task 2. It's important to do a bit of handwriting practice because in this way you'll be familiar with your pacing or with the speed and with the number of words in the allotted time. So naturally, when you are doing a bit of practice of handwriting or you are writing through hands, you will be having a sense of pacing. So writing by hands and not typing helps you to develop a sense of pacing. In other words, you can say that you will learn how quickly or slowly you write your paper. You write with paper and pencil in English. So this is important to have a bit of practice of handwritten responses of essay. On the other hand, if you are appearing in computer delivered IELTS, this is important to have a practice of typing your essays in order to have a required speed in time limit. You know about the time, it's 40 minutes generally advised to give to the task 2. So it's important that you must be having enough time of planning and about writing and then about editing and having a checklist what you have written, whether it is up to the standards or not. Okay, and importantly, as you are probably aware, precious points will be deducted if you do not meet the minimum word requirement in the writing section. 250 words are the minimum. If you write lesser than 250 words, you will be penalized. So your very important points will be deducted. So you better just write down more than 250 words, and it's all about your practice. It will familiarize you how many words you can write down in 40 minutes, and you can plan your essay, and you can also have, you can write down your complete essay, and then about editing of your essay and see what you have got to alter in your essay. So all that stuff actually requires time. If you are familiar with all that stuff and you are having a lot of practice of doing that stuff within the time limit, you will be having actually a confidence on that day. Sometimes, this is also a kind of very unfortunate phenomenon that some of the students are just counting their number of the words on the exam day. So this is really stupid or a very silly mistake. It's a huge waste of time, to actually count your words on the exam day. This is really very funny. You can take an additional step, and what is that? If you take the additional step of writing official or using rather official IELTS writing task 2 response sheets, it will be very conducive for you because you'll be habitual of writing within those spaces provided in the official sheets. So you can download its hard copy from the internet, and that will be very suitable for you, or rather it will facilitate you to write down your essay comprehensively and effectively, and within the time duration which you are provided with. You can see how many words you typically write on each page. It will be, very much in your knowledge. So how many words you are able to write down in those sheets, official sheets, which you would have downloaded from website. And you won't have to count number of words on that day. So it will be a kind of routine matter for you to write down on those sheets. So you'll be thoroughly familiar. So it will give you a lot of peace of mind and satisfaction of heart. So your experience and practice will automatically ensure you write down the words, correct words, or perhaps a number of words is right on the answer sheet. So that's everything I wanted to inform you with. As far as the part 2 or the task 2 of the IELTS writing is concerned, it's actually the same for journal trainers and academic students. So a bit of change of topics is there. Journal trainers essays topics are a bit easy, whereas the academic students have to attempt a bit academic kind of essays, so they are a bit more painstaking. You have got to give more time to prepare them. But anyway, the format is the same. I have given you an overview of both kinds of essays. God bless you. Thank you very much indeed. I'll see you with another Master Blaster video. Wait until I publish the next Woody video. Until then, God bless you all. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.